for a little bit, and it's anarchy here, Teak. Yankees forgot how to win. Knicks about to get Spider. And Zach Wilson out here banging everything in sight. What in the world is going on?
Come on now.
Is it not true?
Don't listen to the ex-girlfriend. Don't listen to the ex-girlfriend.
This is an old story, so I'm not. But I don't know what Tiki said about Zach. But I'm going to say what everybody I think was thinking about Zach Wilson. And it's not even going to come out of my mouth. It's going to come from my hands. You ready?
Go ahead.
Zach, my quarterback.
Oh, I said be a baller.
That's my guy.
Care. Be a baller. That's
What's
all
up there, buddy?
Oh, I'm good. Good to have you back.
It's nice to be back. It is nice to be back, Tiki.
And finally,
get too comfortable without me, huh?
No, I mean
all these tweets, dude. I'm on vacation. Leave me alone. Where am I?
Why would you even?
I missed 2 days in 6 months.
Why would you even pick up your phone?
I honestly, well, maybe because there were like 3 or 4 times in Disney where it gave me a little respite from my crazy kids. Like if I just, I got to do this for work, honey, and I look at the phone and it gives me like a 2-minute respite from the nutty. Oh my God, sheer lunacy! Why does she keep dragging me there in July? This is 2 years in a row.
Because it's nice and toasty.
It is nice and toasty. It's toasty in here. It's toasty out there. Listen,
and they don't have school.
And I'll tell you what, Danny Ainge is trying to take the Knicks to school, and it ain't going to work. Now, the report last night is that Danny Ainge reportedly offered Mitchell, obviously, to the Knicks for, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Not 3, not 4, not 5, 6 first-round picks.
Okay, LeBron.
Yeah, exactly. Obi Toppin, Grimes, Quickly, and McBride. And like LeBron, he ain't getting anywhere near the 6, especially if those players are included. What I find interesting, Teak, is that this has been positioned by many, and I think this is wrong, is that the Knicks are desperate, all right? And the Knicks are vulnerable because Utah's about to prey on that desperation. I see it the exact opposite way. Ironically, I think the Knicks are actually in a position of power because when you look at what they can actually give up to get Mitchell, and make no mistake about it, it's going to happen, just a matter of when. The only team that could come within a Hail Mary of that is Miami, and it's nowhere near it.
No,
he's going to be a Knick.
No, the Knicks have 8 first-round picks over the next, 8 years, 6 or 7 years or so that they can give up for Donovan Mitchell, which is exactly what Danny Ainge wants to do because Danny Ainge, after getting 5 first-round picks, and really one of them is this year, but all those first-round picks for Rudy Gobert, you know that they're running to the bottom, the Jazz are. You know that they're not trying to be good. So they don't want anybody that's an accomplished NBA player right now. He wants to be in the same position that he was when he was in Boston, and he was able to, hey, you can take that guy number 1. I know who I want. And he goes and he takes Jason Tatum.
Yep.
And so he wants to be in that position. And if he has 5, actually 10, if you really count it, picks from both the Minnesota Timberwolves and the New York Knicks, he can do whatever he wants at the top of the draft. He can go get to number 1 if he wants to, or he can just kind of sit back at 2 or 3 and take the actual number guy, the guy that he wants in the first round, like he did with Tatum. So Danny Ainge is just playing the hard ball with the Knicks because we feel like the Knicks are desperate to be relevant. Now they're desperate to be interesting, but I think they're already on their way to being relevant simply because of the assets that they have to spend. I think we don't think about that
enough. And the signing of Brunson.
And Brunson. But, but is he going to be a star? I don't know if he's going to be a star.
He's going to be better than what they've had.
He's going to be a really good, maybe great at times, point guard.
He's going to be a top 12, 13 point guard, which is something they haven't had in Lord knows when.
Yes,
that's
right.
A good starting point.
But they need another piece.
Oh, they need a lot more.
To be very relevant immediately.
Yeah, no, they do. Listen, the Utah, and Tiki makes a good point here, like, when this first surfaced, I think a lot of people thought, and I see I see the barricade that we have set up in front of R.J. Barrett. It is known, Knicks fans, we don't want to give up R.J. Barrett.
Not happening.
No, and I don't think that Utah wants R.J. Barrett either because they would have to pay him,
and they don't want to be good,
and they don't exactly. They're trying to tank right now. Listen, I understand there's a little trepidation. Leon Rose doing this for the first time really is a young. Not negotiator in terms of contracts, but in terms of developing a roster, constructing a roster. Danny Ainge is a Jedi at this stuff. And usually when Danny Ainge is in a deal, the person on the other end of the deal is getting played.
Yes.
I don't think that no matter what happens, Leon Rose can get played if he exits the the deal with Mitchell and at least one of the following players still on the team: Toppin, Grimes, or Quickly. Now they're gonna want Grimes. That's a given. Take him. They're gonna want Quickly. That's fine. See, it's funny. I say that's fine. You just made a face.
Only because in my mind, I've made Emmanuel Quickly as the sixth man of the year in the NBA. I just feel like he has that potential. There's a lot of people who are saying about Quickly, oh, he can't be your starting point guard. He's not quite good enough. It's like, okay, I don't need him to be my starting point guard. I need him to be the sixth man of the year. And the way that he is matured and evolved over the last season, you kind of can see that. So Quickly, I kind of like. Grimes, I get, right? You're going to have to move off from him. McBride, they didn't play. Tim doesn't want to play him anyway. So go ahead. You could take Deuce McBride. Mm-hmm. But Quickly, I just have this little bit of curiosity about that makes me want to hang on to him, at least for a little bit. And plus, you're going to keep all your big men because they don't want the big men. You keep your big men, you keep at least Quickly, and give up 6 of those first-round picks. Who cares, right? You have them from so many different teams. I went through this yesterday, BT. They have 3 of their own, 23, 25, 27, and 29, or 4 of their own, I should say. They got the first-rounder from Dallas. They got and it's lightly protected. They have a future first rounder from Washington, and 23, and then a protected one in 24 and 25 and 26. They have all of these picks. What the hell are you doing with them? You don't need any more young players. Give them away. If Danny Ainge wants 6 first-round picks, give him that. Keep one of these guards, and you're good to go with, obviously, Jalen Brunson. You get Donovan Mitchell. You have R.J. Barrett. You got a couple of bigs to choose from, whether it's Mitchell, whether it's Sims or Hartenstein, who they just drafted in the first round this past season. Or this past
signed.
He signed. He wasn't drafted, but that they just brought in. Like, you have a roster
something here
that's interesting. Now, they might be ceilinged at the Portland Trailblazers, but
small backcourt.
But at least they're good.
Yeah. Well,
the Knicks need to be good.
Yes. And sustainably good.
Yes.
Listen, 2 years ago, COVID season was completely wacky. We were out of our minds with in our Knickness. It was fun. It was amazing. It was stunning. It was everything, right? But then it evaporated immediately as soon as Trae Young showed up and just wiped the floor with us, right? And then, of course, we saw what happened last year. Randall regressed, blah, blah, blah. What you need before you can become great is that you've got to at least become incrementally good and then sustain it.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'm not enthralled with a small backcourt, but let me tell you what it does. All right. Now, we have looked at free agents, and we've been very erroneous in our views because it's never worked out. We view free agents as a bridge to a better, more fruitful tomorrow. Meaning, hey, if this guy comes and saves us and signs with us, then everybody else will follow. The thing that acquiring Donovan Mitchell will do is that he will be that bridge, I believe. Not quite like a LeBron bridge.
No.
And we can even have the discussion, is he truly a superstar? I don't know. I think he's more of an all-star than a superstar.
Well, he is. He's
definitely an all-star.
He's literally an all-star because he's made it the last 3 seasons, but he also has superstar potential.
That's true, too. He's only 25. He's put up some great numbers in the playoffs. He's actually played better, and you can back that up with the stats. But if he comes here, Tiki, I think that, what we've craved forever is now the destination strong, but far more attractive.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to be the destination that people imagine that New York should be, the destination of playing in the Garden, and it's New York. People want to go where they're going to get paid and potentially win a championship.
Bleep you, pay me.
Exactly. That's ultimately what destination means. It's not this storied history of the Madison Square Garden, what the Knicks have been.
That's not the Yankees.
Exactly. But the other thing about this, and especially as it pertains to Knicks fans, is that Knicks fans want to microwave success. They want to microwave being relevant for an NBA championship. So you start to hear a lot of this negativity towards Donovan Mitchell saying, well, he's not going to help us win a championship. Like, if he's not going to help us win a championship, we don't want him. But that's like going from 0 to 90. You know, if you're in a car.
Well, that's like living on the street corner to go into the penthouse.
That's right.
Like, can we
That's
get
right.
can we get a
Get
little
it.
rent-controlled apartment first? Can we
That's
just
right.
have a roof over our head?
Exactly right. And
You know?
Donovan's going to give you probably more like a mid-level apartment.
Yeah.
It's not even a rent control. Like you're paying good rent. You're probably on the 10th floor. So
Yeah, some trees in the neighborhood.
You're gonna have
people on bikes, a couple of coffee shops.
Yeah, you're gonna have a decent view.
Yeah.
You're gonna start liking your neighbors. Like Donovan Mitchell gets you to a place that the Knicks haven't been in a while. That is a guy that the rest of the league respects the hell out of because he balls. You pair him with Jalen Brunson. And yes, they're a small backcourt, and yeah, I know they don't play defense, but I believe that Tibbs philosophically can get a little something out of these guys and change that narrative about both of them in the short term. But more importantly, it just makes them interesting. Vaccaro wrote this. It was Vaccaro, right?
Yeah, it was
morning.
Mike in the Post.
Yeah, Mike Vaccaro wrote this in the Post this morning, and I didn't think about it this way. But he's like, dude, this is like Pearl and Frazier.
Yeah, I read it.
Right?
I love Mike. I think he's the best columnist in the city.
But it wasn't about being relevant.
A couple loopholes in that piece.
But it was about being interesting.
But Clyde was the best defensive point guard in the NBA at that point.
But it's not even.
And there weren't 6'7" shooting guards.
But it's not even about what they're
But a
talking
little bit,
about.
it's got to be.
It's not even.
It's got to be.
But to me, BT, it's
Okay.
not about. It's not about being championship viable, and that's where I think the Knicks fan is. It's like, if we're not championship viable, don't make the move. But you said it earlier.
No, I'm
there's
listening.
got to be a bridge
Yeah.
to good, right? Yeah. Right now, they're just not good. They had that 1 year in the postseason. They need a bridge to good.
Yep.
And once they get to good, then you start worrying about how you get to great and ultimately championship viable.
Okay, 877-337-6666. Tiki and Tierney show here on the Fan inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. Our friends at Town Fair remind you always get the guarantee lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. A lot of Yankee issues, and we mean issues later. But listen, the thing about the Mitchell stuff is now we're going to have to go through something that we hate going through. Things we can't control. So I wake up this morning, go down, make the coffee, go in my office. What's the first thing I see on Twitter? Mitchell with a tweet. You know what it was?
What's that?
A little spider emoji. The hell's that supposed to mean?
What does that mean?
Well, that's his nickname, but what is that supposed to mean?
But what is it? What do you? I don't know.
Now we have to interpret what everything he tweets means.
But it was just. I didn't see.
Just a little teeny tiny black spider emoji. I don't know what it means, except that's his nickname.
What was the previous tweet?
I don't know. I didn't start combing that deeply.
I mean,
but I subtweeted. I said, "Tell your boy Ainge to start coming back down to planet Earth because there's no way we're giving up all that for you."
See, now I got to go look.
He didn't write me back yet. I'm not trying to get on his bad side. I love Donovan Mitchell. And listen, here's the thing. And I told you guys this the night after the draft. I said, "Hold your fire." I said, "Put it back in the holster." And no, I'm not just talking to Zach Wilson on that one. Still got to give the guy props. I mean, come on. This is what you want your quarterback to do.
It's such a
So awesome.
It's such a misunderstood story.
Did you see the T-shirt?
I did.
Did you see the T-shirt?
But the T-shirt.
Did you see the T-shirt?
The T-shirt's
Did you see the
wrong.
T-shirt?
I heard about the T-shirt.
Throwing bombs and bleeping moms.
Let's go.
Oh man. Listen.
She's 20, dude.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
Is she a mom?
No.
Well, that's true too. I mean, she could be.
She could.
Yeah, I
might be.
know.
I don't know. I think this is on the ex-girlfriend.
You did some digging on this,
I
which
did.
really makes the story.
Tiki, why'd you do that?
Why'd you ruin it
Because
for
I
us?
have a
Like I
desire
have
to
visions
know.
of like a 51-year-old MILF that Zach Wilson's hanging with. I'm like, this is awesome.
Instead, it's a 20ty-year-old Instagram,
His own age,
and
basically.
TikTok model, younger than him.
Well, I'm saying basically, which
and
makes
it's only
it
because
innocuous.
it's because Abby got pinned
She got jilted.
as a homie hopper.
That's the new term. A homie hopper.
What the heck is
when
that?
When
then
you
she
bounce from
fi-
friend, you go with your friend's girl.
Yeah, and she fires back, "Oh, he ain't slept with his mom's best friend," which means nothing.
I know it just took a little abrupt turn here, and Zach Wilson's mom's got to chill.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's mom has got to go away in terms of the public eye. So now she's putting videos out there. I guess she does a spin class, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
And
She's like, "Look at all my best friends."
she's like, get those sexy bodies up. Listen, please. The last thing we need is you ruining what we think we might have. So you gave birth to this possible prodigy. Don't ruin it.
Yeah. All right, Donovan Mitchell.
Anyway.
Back to him. He is tweeting about Mad Max.
Man,
Even
Max.
Mad Max shows some emotion. This is on July 11th after Guillorme goes yard.
That's right. He loves his Metsies.
His fourth of his career.
Then
Then he comes back with a way to get out of that jam. I'm assuming he's still talking about the Mets.
Yep.
Then he goes 2 days later.
He threw out the first pitch for the Cyclones the other day.
Did he really?
I think they had a Donovan Mitchell bobblehead, too.
They did.
He had a New York Liberty sweatshirt on the other day, a hoodie on.
He's
and
all
then,
New
then
York
he talks
up.
about a pilot landing a plane, and then everybody giving a standing ovation and sprinting up to the front of the gate. Like, come on, chill out.
Guy's born to be a Knick.
Yep. Then 20 hours ago, I hate being in my feels. I hate $20 bills.
Oh, that's what it was.
But that's a song.
gotta
That's
be a
that's
lyric,
song lyric.
obviously.
And then you get the spider emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
I can't interpret
So
it.
you could have done what I could have done. You read it.
I did.
needed some interpretation.
I mean, I'm looking through the subtweets and whatever.
It is
the
what it
replies.
is. It's a 25-year-old
Some
kid
people
trying
are
to
saying,
find
"Stay in Utah, please."
Oh, God,
Others
stop
are going,
begging. He
New
wants
York,
out.
New York.
That's
Oh, he's
right.
not
Go
staying
New
in
York. Go
Utah.
New York. Go.
Exactly.
877-337-6666. So it seems inevitable. Just have to make sure Leon Rose doesn't get fully played here by Ainge, the assassin. Matt's in Cornwall. What's happening, Matty? How are you today?
Hey, what's up, man? Great show, guys.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
I wanted to touch on the Donovan Mitchell thing, and I mean, like Tiki said, we're not going to go from what we are to a championship team. It's about that bridge. And when is the last time we had a relevant point guard in the Garden? You know, we haven't had one in years, and maybe having him will lead to other players wanting to come to us and just not a 5-10 year process, maybe a couple year process until we get up there.
Matt, let me tell you something, Matt. The point guard history in my lifetime for the New York Knicks is among the most pathetic of any position of any team in this city. And I mean that. Really. So we weren't here for Clyde. We weren't around. So you look at everything since then, right? Mark Jackson, phenomenal. St. John's kid, Bishop Loughlin, Rookie of the Year, 87 was awesome. And then he couldn't hang with Riley's defensive system that he's gone after he hurt his knee. And then from that point forward, you had, you foolishly traded Rod Strickland, okay, which was moronic. You had Derek Harper, who we love because, we almost won it with him. Then you had a little blurb like Doc Rivers for a year. You had, obviously, Insanity. You had an old Jason Kidd. This isn't Raymond Felton. This is encompassing 30 years.
That's right.
Like, think about what I just said. No, in my opinion, no franchise has had such a dearth of impactful players at a specific position in my lifetime than the Knicks have had at the point guard spot.
And by the way, BT,
it's time to change.
In the modern NBA,
well, I mean, it already has, but you know what I mean.
But in the modern NBA, the most important position in some people's estimation.
That's true.
In the NBA right now.
Isn't it crazy?
It's unreal.
And
if anything, just get a point guard.
You know what's sad though? All those years that they didn't even really try to draft one.
No.
Like Jared Mustaf and oh God, what was the why am I forgetting the big kid from Mike Sweetney from Georgetown, Channing Frye, all these guys. I mean Nate, I guess in theory was a point guard, but good slam dunk champion, that was about it. I mean, let's go. You got to fix this. And they started with Brunson. The next move is Mitchell. Will you win a championship this year? No. But are you closer to, finally fusing that bridge? And my answer is yes. And so is Teeks. 877-337-6666. What do you think? There's got to be some dissenters out there, and we'll find you.